Live from the Kodak Theater at Hollywood and Highland, welcome to the 76th Annual Academy Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Academy Award winner, Sean Connery.
For more than 100 years, the world has been fascinated by the movies. They are more than just an entertainment. They are the force that binds us together, the common link that touches the humanity of all of us. And that's why we love to watch the movies. And so tonight, our Academy invites the world to celebrate the magic of going to the movies. Enjoy!
I'm back, baby.
Whew. I voted for you, I swear. Can I get down now? Russell, please. Arr.
The story of a man
Become who you were born to be.
who was in search of himself.
He just needs to learn how to be a host again.
Hi, I'm Billy. You know, Geely's the first DVD with the director's cut is gonna be 2 hours shorter.
Geely. Geely. I don't get it.
A man looking for answers
Do you have any idea what those Matrix movies were about?
and running out of time.
It's a month earlier this year.
I mustn't go.
You must. They are counting on you.
I haven't been to the Oscars since they were taken over by the evil wizards.
You mean the orcs?
No, the Weinsteins.
You should really think about going.
A man who must first find his way home.
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
And this from a guy in a 9-hour movie.
A man's struggle with his inner demons
Come here, you little monster.
that could seal his fate.
There you are. Get out of bed. We're legal in Massachusetts. Yeah. Gotta call the caterer and the rabbi and your mother. I can't believe the Yankees got A-Rod.
One man's journey
This isn't the way to the Oscars.
to entertain the world.
He's blind in one eye.
But I ain't deaf, babe. And I mean that.
Will give him the confidence for all the world to see.
Here I am.
Here I am. All right, I bet in baseball.
You best start believing in award shows, Master Crystal. You're hosting one.
Okay.
It is time.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bam.
he made a promise to return. And nothing would stop his journey back home.
Stop this war! Shame on you, hobbits! Shame on you! This is a fictitious war! This lord was not elected by the populace!
Coming soon to the theater you're in, Billy Crystal. Overworked and underpaid. The return of the host.
Oh, great one. I am so nervous. I haven't been out there in 3 years. Give me some advice.
Light him up, Bill.
Light him up. Thanks.
Sure, Bill. Kill him, baby. That's my boy. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Billy Crystal.
Our musical conductor and arranger for everything, he's Mark Shaman. He's doing everything. Our Academy Awards Orchestra. Great to be back. Our first presenter is the reason why I bought 12 cell phones. She is last year's Best Supporting Actress. Ladies and gentlemen, with Miss Catherine Zeta-Jones.
For an actor, the moment the envelope is opened is one of the most extraordinary experiences one can imagine. And in a few seconds, one of these exceptionally gifted actors will understand exactly what that means. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role are
Alec Baldwin in The Cooler.
We're down almost $1 million out there. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
I guess I'm having an off day.
No. You don't have off days, Luke. What's wrong? You're coming down with something? You have this look about you.
No, I'm fine. As a matter of fact, I've never been better.
Give it a shot.
What's that supposed to mean?
Benicio del Toro in 21 Grams.
Jesus loves you, but he also knows how to punish arrogant sinners like you.
As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Revelation 3:19. Jesus betrayed.
Stop it, or you're going straight to hell.
Hell? This is hell. Right here.
Jaimin Unsu in America.
Is this Halloween?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Ireland.
You came all the way to America to trick or treat? Come in.
Tim Robbins in Mystic River.
You filed the report. What report? The stolen car report. The car wasn't in my possession last night. So whatever the car thieves used it for, you should find out, because it sounds like they were up to no good. Oh, I get it. You're the good cop. How about a meatball sub while you're at it?
Ken Watanabe in The Last Samurai.
Warriors. 2,000 Indians? How many men for Custer?
211.
I like this General Custer.
He was a murderer.
This is a very good death.
Well, maybe you can have one just like it someday.
If it is my destiny.
And I have no nails. The Oscar goes to Tim Robbins in Mystic River.
This is the first acting nomination and first Academy Award for Tim Robbins. He was nominated once before for directing Dead Man Walking.
Oh boy. Wow. Thank you so much, members of the Academy. This is really a lovely, lovely honor. I'd like to thank my fellow nominees who are all spectacular, and I want to work with all of you in a movie at some point. Dennis Lehane, Brian Helgeland for the writing of this amazing script. Clint Eastwood, you're so great. You're such an amazing director. And you're making my mantle very crowded. Thank you. It's due to you, sir. My fellow cast members, Sean Penn, Kevin Bacon, Marcia Gay Harden, Laura Linney, Lawrence Fishburne. The crew was fantastic. Tony Howard, Lisa Casteller, Alan Horn, Bruce Berman, Jeff Robinoff from Warner Brothers, Joe Hyams, Judy Hoyt, Rob Lorenz, my mom and dad, Dave, Adele, Gabi, Terry, hang in there. You can kick it. Geese family, your dad's smiling down on you. Susan, I love you so much. Eva, Jack, Miles, thanks for being there for me. Susan, thanks for being the best friend one could have. The Actors Gang and Embedded in New York, thank you so much for putting up with me being here. And I would like to say one more thing. In this movie, I play a victim of abuse and violence. And if you are out there and are a person that has had that tragedy befall you, there is no shame and no weakness in seeking help and counseling. It is sometimes the strongest thing that you can do to stop the cycle of violence. Thank you.
Stay tuned for Oscar winners Robin Williams and Angelina Jolie and Ian McKellen.
We are back. I'm delighted to be here. It's been 4 years since I've been here. The Academy and the Oscars have been very gracious to me and sort of let me come and go as I please the last few years. It's kind of like being in the Texas National Guard, so it's really been nice for me. Our next presenter is one of the stars from Lord of the Rings, so tonight if you hear someone thanking the little people, chances are they're hobbits. And I gotta tell you, for such a distinguished actor, he certainly tracked a lot of Middle-earth on the red carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian McKellen.
Good evening. And what is it that made it so momentous? What made it so popular worldwide, The Lord of the Rings? Is it the unique scale of the almost impossible task? 25,000 people, experts in front of the camera and behind it, traditional storytelling mixed with new technology? Is it the beauty of New Zealand's countryside? Or is it simply the story itself, the journey, good people, traveling, young and old, in a fellowship of friends? And for me, the answer is quite simple. J.R.R. Tolkien, as we have to call him these days, imagined Middle-earth in those books. Peter Jackson makes you believe in Middle-earth by taking you there. The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
You bow to no one.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Academy Award winner, Angelina Jolie.
The production designer's job is to design and build everything you see on the screen. They can make you believe you're at a racetrack, in a hobbit house, at an artist's studio, on a British warship, or even in a samurai village in Japan. The nominees for achievement in art direction are Ben Venost for the art direction and Cecile Heidemann for the set decoration of Girl with a Pearl Earring. Lily Kilvert for the art direction and Gretchen Rau for the set decoration of The Last Samurai. Grant Major for the art direction and Dan Henna and Alan Lee for the set decoration of The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. William Sandell for the art direction and Robert Gould for the set decoration of Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. Janine Opalwall for the art direction and Leslie Pope for the set decoration of Seabiscuit. And the Oscar goes to Grant Major for Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. For set decoration, Dan Henna and Alan Lee.
This is the first Academy Award for Grant Major, Dan Henna, and Alan Lee, who were previously nominated last year for The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Get going. Well, on behalf of all of us in the art department of The Lord of the Rings, it's such a great moment to be here. And thank you very much to the Academy. It's been a long journey for us all, and it's just such an incredible high note to have finished it on. It's been an amazing ride.
Hey, I'd like to thank New Line, Bob Shea, Michael Lynn, Mark Ordesky, and of course the late Carla Fry.
And I'd like to thank the real wizard who led us all through this amazing journey and inspired us with his energy, his vision, and his nerve. And Peter Jackson, thank you very, very much for delivering these to us. And that's all, folks.
Yeah.
Gracias, amigos. Bienvenido a los Oscars. The Oscars, el chico d'oro. Johnny, question. ¿Quién es más macho? Mel Gibson y Benicio del Toro.
Mel Gibson?
No. Benicio del Toro es más macho. Mel Gibson es más religioso.
It was fun to do.
I understand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason for our 5-second delay. Stop it. What are you doing? You can't do that. Stop it.
It's a 5-second delay.
Yes.
Look at us, a San Francisco wedding cake. Best man.
I hope so.
Rao.
Would you give the award?
Yes, I will go over there to give the award now.
Thank you.
I'm here tonight to present the award for Best Animated Feature. One of them is made by the French, one by Disney, one by Pixar, formerly of Disney. Makes you think of a French Minnie Mouse with armpit hair, smoking a cigarette, going, "What are you doing, Michael Eisner?" Listen, if you lose Miramax, all you're going to have left is basically a Muppet and a water slide. Crazy for me, huh? And you Americans with your freedom fries. Haha, they're from Belgium. I kill you. Now, I would like to announce the nominees for Best Feature Animation. The nominees are Brother Bear, Erwin Quays, and Robert Walker.
I don't care about the time you and Binky found, the world's biggest pine cone ever.
It wasn't a pine cone, it was a pine nut. And it was huge, even bigger than your fat head.
Finding Nemo, Andrew Stanton.
Wait a minute! What is going on? You already told me which way the boat was going.
I did? Oh, no.
If this is some kind of practical joke, it's not funny. And I know funny. I'm a clownfish.
The Triplets of Belleville, Sylvain Chomet. The winner of Best Animated Feature Film, and the Oscar goes to Finding Nemo, Andrew Stanton.
This is the first Academy Award for Andrew Stanton and third nomination. He's also nominated tonight in the original screenplay category for Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo would have never been possible if it wasn't for the extraordinary filmmaking environment created at Pixar Animation Studios by John Lasseter, Ed Catmull, and Steve Jobs. And I'm going to be forever grateful to the entire cast and crew of Nemo for the giving of their incomparable talents to this little fish story that I had. In particular, my producer Graham Walters and my co-director Lee Unkrich, who should be up here with me right now accepting this. Thanks to Dick Cook and his incredible distribution team at Disney. Thanks to the Academy, to my loving parents, to my adoring children, and to my wife, Julie. I wrote it to you in a note in 8th grade, and now I can say it in front of 1 billion people. I love you.
Coming up, Renee Zellweger, Nicolas Cage, and two-time Oscar winner Tom Hanks.
And I have no nails. The Oscar goes to Tim Robbins in Mystic River.
From the movie Cold Mountain, please welcome Best Supporting Actress nominee, Renee Zellweger.
Mark Twain once said, "Clothes make the man." Naked people have little or no influence on society. And in the case of tonight's 5 brilliantly creative nominees, clothes also play an integral part in making the film. The nominees for achievement in costume design are 17th century paintings by Johannes Vermeer inspired the costumes designed by Diane von Strahlen for Girl with the Pearl Earring. Western military might and centuries-old Japanese traditions were the basis for the costumes designed by Nyla Dixon for The Last Samurai. For The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, nominees Nyla Dixon and Richard Taylor created costumes for the heroes, villains, and armies of Middle-earth. Wendy Stites outfitted 2 19th century navies, the British and the French, in Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. The glamour of horse racing in the 1930s and 40s was the backdrop for the creations of Judianna Makovsky in Seabiscuit. And the Oscar goes to Nyla Dixon and Richard Taylor for The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
This is the third Academy Award nomination and first win for Nyla Dixon. This is the third Academy Award for Richard Taylor and fifth nomination, including this year's nomination for makeup.
Wow. Mr. Peter Jackson and Fran Walsh, you're amazing people. And Barry Osborne, my amazing wardrobe crew, an unbelievable group of people who've stuck with us through thick and thin, 5 long years of filmmaking. And Richard and Weta, my husband Hamish, my assistant Sophia, Liz, Sian, Bob, Caro, Emma, all these amazing people.
From a group of people back in Wellington, New Zealand, the Weta Workshop, Peter, Fran, Barry, everyone at New Line, the amazing cast and crew that supported us through the last 7 years, I thank you so much. Special thanks to Gary Mackay, who helped me put the team together, and the amazing armourers, weapons makers back at the Weta Workshop, complimenting me, Nyla and her amazing team. And Tanya, my partner, the young girl who, at the age of 13, I bought 2 live rats as my first present to her. You're still with me. What a great treat. Onwards and upwards. I love you. So.
All of the Hobbit costumes are on sale at the House of DeVito, in case anybody wants to buy one. I voted for Seabiscuit because I thought that was the most realistic horse costume I had ever seen in my life. Those 2 guys deserve stunt pay. You know, obviously we're here tonight to celebrate everybody's favorite films. I took a little poll of people that we all know and thought, well, what are their favorite films? So let's take a look and see what they said. For instance, Runaway Jury was her favorite. Hillary Clinton loved Kill Bill, Volume 1. Rush Limbaugh, 21 Grams. 21 Grams. Donald Rumsfeld, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, seemed to be his favorite. Howard Dean, Anger Management, seemed to be the one. And this guy, he just loved holes. And he can stay there. Our next presenter is an Oscar winner for Leaving Las Vegas and another member of the Coppola family. Please welcome Nick Cage.
Master and Commander is an epic adventure, a story of friendship and courage, of battles won and lost on the far side of the world. Director Peter Weir takes us back to the time of the Napoleonic Wars as he brings intensity, passion, and life into a story and the heroes of 2 centuries past.
Steady! We're losing her! We must cut it loose!
Perhaps we should have turned back weeks ago.
I will fulfill my duty.
Whatever the cost.
Whatever the cost. When we board, you'll take command of the ship.
Take command of the ship. Thank you, sir.
Starboard bow ahoy!
Godspeed, Tom. And to you, sir.
He was America's favorite horse trainer in Seabiscuit and an Academy Award winner for his performance in Adaptation. Please welcome Chris Cooper.
Artists choose a role because they can inhabit the character and make it their own.
These 5 superb actresses have done more than just that. They created some of the best moments of the year on film. The nominees for performance by an actress in a supporting role are Shohreh Aghdashloo in House of Sand and Fog.
What did that man say of deporting?
He said nothing, Nandi.
Do not lie to me. I heard him. Who was that man? Tell to me, Behrani. Beman Begu. What have you done?
It's none of your business what I have done or not done. Have you no faith in me, no respect?
Coward!
Mama.
Liar! You Cassie liar! It is your fault we were forced to flee from Iran.
Patricia Clarkson in Pieces of April.
We need to discuss how each of you... Oh, God.
It's okay, sweetie.
How each of you, in your own way, is going to handle discarding food without letting our hostess know.
Marcia Gay Harden in Mystic River.
At 3 in the morning on Sunday, Dave came back to the apartment covered in someone else's blood.
What do you say happened?
That he was mugged, that he bashed the mug's head in the street, that he might have killed him.
Holly Hunter in 13.
Have you had anything to eat today? Mom, stop with the food thing! You don't want me to cook for you anymore?
Fine, then don't eat my food.
Fine, I hate your nasty store-brand food anyway! Great! Then I can stop doing 12 haircuts a day trying to pay for all this!
You think I want to be here?
Renee Zellweger in Cold Mountain.
They call this war a cloud over the land, but they made the weather, and then they stand in the rain and say, it's raining! Not cry one tear. For my daddy, I stole it off a crocodile.
And the Oscar goes to Renee Zellweger in Cold Mountain.
This is Renee Zellweger's first Academy Award. She was nominated the last 2 years in the lead actress category for Bridget Jones's Diary and Chicago.
I am overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed. Thank you. I would like to thank the Academy for inviting me here tonight alongside so many talented people. Holly, Patricia, Marcia, and Shohreh. I am honored to be here with you. I'm standing here because of so many people, and I would like to thank them now, if I could. Charles Fraser, thank you for your masterpiece and the gift of Ruby. I have to thank the producers, cast, and crew of Cold Mountain. I'll never forget it, never, because of you, especially Jude and Nicole. Such a privilege to go to work every day with you. Such a privilege, my friends. Thank you. Anthony Minghella, you are brilliant, and I care so much for you. Thank you for all that you taught me, for making me be better, and for your friendship. My friends at Miramax for making this film, especially Harvey, and Meryl Poster, quite a gamble. Thank you for doing it. My fellows at CAA, Brant and Brian and Kevin and Jenny Rawlings, who take such good care of me. Actors Clearinghouse for the good start. Sim Dellison, Vincent D'Onofrio for teaching me how to work. Tom Cruise for showing me that very early on, kindness and success are not mutually exclusive. And finally, and most importantly in my life, my glorious family. my immigrant mom and dad. Thank you for never saying don't try. My brother, who I love so much, and his new wife, who clapped the loudest and laughed the loudest. I love you so much. Nancy Ryder, who's always there, and my beloved John Carabino. Thank you for sharing this journey with me, every day of it. Without you, there would be none of this. Thank you for dreaming so much bigger than I would ever dare to dream, and for making me believe. I love you. It's for you. Thank you.
Everybody, I would like to take this moment to say big hello to all of our servicemen and women stationed overseas, around the world. And to all of their families here, waiting for their safe return home, our thoughts are with you, and we thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Tom Hanks.
That's a snappy tune. What's the name of it again? Hey, everybody, how do you sum up an 80-year show business career in just a few sentences? Well, I gotta tell you, it's almost as difficult as trying to describe all the affection and respect and all the admiration and love we have for Mr. Bob Hope. I gotta tell you, he was a radio star, Mr. Bob Hope was, a vaudeville legend, a giant on television, and certainly a hero to millions of our soldiers whom he visited overseas in war and peace over the decades. From 1939 to 1977, he hosted this very show a record 18 times. And I gotta tell you, we have so many memories to thank him for, and these are some of the best.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to You Bet Your Career. This is the night devoted to one man, Oscar, or as he's known around my house, the Fugitive. Good evening and welcome to the real Star Wars, or as it's known at my house, Passover.
Of course, there was a rumor going around last year that I might win an Oscar, but nobody paid any attention to it, so I stopped spreading it.
Not only wasn't I nominated, on Hollywood Boulevard, they just put a manhole cover over my star. Tonight, we set aside petty differences, forget old feuds, and start new ones. I hope you losers aren't too disappointed. There's a bright side to all this. Remember, you can still run for governor.
Fourth time here. I come here every year for my attack of indigestion.
And I'm here again for my annual exercise and masochism. This is the 27th Annual Academy Awards. Welcome to the 47th Annual Academy Awards. I think they ought to give me an Oscar just for attendance, don't you?
I didn't do the show last year. Didn't you watch it? A show without me? I want to tell you.
But I want to tell you. Well, I want to tell you.
I love you.
They all have their Oscars. But are they happy?
May I present you with the Oscar? This is an Oscar?
I've never really wanted an Oscar, although I guess they are reassuring to an actor who doesn't know how great he really is. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say. I don't have writers for this time.
When we return, Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, and Liv Tyler on the 76th Annual Academy Awards. Please welcome Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller.
Owen.
What are you doing?
What? Why aren't you wearing your hutch outfit? I don't know. I just thought it looked a little goofballish. It was your idea. I know. I feel bad. I just decided, it's kind of bad taste to come out here and plug your movie. It's a little shameless.
What are you talking about? Billy Crystal came out when you're riding a horse for City Slickers.
Man, he's Billy Crystal, okay? He built this freaking house. You look good. You look cozy. Look at this. Come on.
Okay, all right. Okay, the nominees for Best Live Action...
Ben.
What?
Up. It's their moment. It's not your moment to pout. Come on, it's the Academy Awards. It's not the Ben Stiller, I made a mistake, now everyone has to pay awards. Let's go. Try again.
The nominees for Best Live Action Short are...
Die Rote Jacke, The Red Jacket, Florian Boxmeyer. Most, The Bridge, Bobby Garabedian and William Zabka. Squash, Lionel Bayou. Atorja, A Torsion, Stefan Arsenievich. Two Soldiers, Aaron Schneider and Andrew J. Sachs.
And the Oscar goes to... Two Soldiers, Aaron Schneider and Andrew J. Sachs.
This is the first Academy Award at nomination for Aaron Schneider and Andrew J. Sachs.
Oh man, this is amazing. Billy Crystal, I'll bet you don't remember recommending film school to a 20-year-old kid wondering what to do with his life about 18 years ago. Thank you for that. Thank you to the Academy. I'd like to thank our cast, Jonathan Furr, his parents, David and Janet, Ben Allison, Ron Perlman, David Andrews, and the rest of our cast. Our crew, Kate Miller, Betsy Pollack, Bob Doucet, David Boyd, C. Robert Holloway, Kelly Matsumoto, Alonzo Wilson, the amazingly generous Alan Silvestri, Joe Roth for a 10-second grace period on the speech clock, please. Craig and Lisa May Fincannon, Scott Gershon, Melissa Hoffman, Stanley Johnston, Rebecca Clark, and the NCSA School of Filmmaking, Brian Spruill, Michael Zakula, Bev Woods, Cyril Durbinski, Phil Radin. The lovely and talented Mark Shaman down there somewhere, please, for coming in late on this next music cue. Leon Silverman, John Stern, Howard Anderson, Lee Kaplan, Jill Faulkner Summers, and our American treasure, William Faulkner, who wrote Two Soldiers in 1942 after the first unprovoked attack on the United States. It's the story of two brothers who fight to preserve their family and country. Like a sibling's love, a soldier's devotion is selfless and unconditional and need not concern itself with the politics of war. I dedicate this to my family and the soldiers who protect our loved ones and the freedoms we celebrate. Thank you.
Okay, the nominees for Best Animated Short Film.
Here's what you do. You change clothes for the party. That's where all the press is. It'll be fine.
No, you know what? I don't want to change. I'm happy with how I look. I think I look good, and I'm going to wear it all night, okay?
Wear it tomorrow. Wear it all week, big man.
Maybe I will. Not out of the question.
Ooh, sexy beast. Okay.
Nominees for Best Animated Short Film are...
Bounden, Bud Lucky. Destino, Dominique Monfray and Roy Edward Disney. Gone Nutty, Carlos Saldana and John C. Donkin. Harvey Crumpet, Adam Elliott. Nibbles, Chris Hinton.
And the Oscar goes to Harvey Crumpet, Adam Elliott.
This is the first Academy Award and nomination for Adam Elliott.
Wow. Harvey Crumpet has been a film that's been in my head for over 10 years, and I'm so glad he's out. We'd like to congratulate everyone in Australia who helped Harvey come to life, in particular the Australian Film Commission, Film Victoria and SBS Independent. Harvey will be screening on SBS television next Monday night at 9 p.m. We'd also like to congratulate our fantastic cast and crew, especially our Uncle Jeffrey Rush for lending us his most beautiful voice. Finally, we'd like to thank two very, very special people, my friend Juliet and my beautiful boyfriend Dan. Thank you.
I'd like to congratulate my mother, Margaret Harris. To live in the hearts of others is not to die, and you'll always be in my heart. We'd like to thank the Academy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
From the Lord of the Rings trilogy, please welcome Liv Tyler.
Good evening. Our first Oscar-nominated song is from the Civil War epic Cold Mountain. The film is a love story between two people torn apart by war during the most violent years of our nation's history. I am pleased to introduce the first of this year's 5 nominated songs. Here to perform You Will Be My Ain True Love, Alison Krauss, and one of tonight's Oscar nominees, Sting.
You'll walk unscared through musket fire. No plowman's blade will cut thee down. No cutlass wound will mar thy face, and you will be my true love, and you will be my true love. And as you walk through death's dark vale, the cannon's thunder can't prevail, and those who hunt thee down will fail, and you will be my true love, and you will be my true love. Asleep inside the cannon's mouth, the captain cries, here comes the rout. They'll seek to bind me north and south. I've gone to find my true love. The field is cut and bleached to red. The cannonballs fly round my head. The infirmary men may count me dead, but I've gone to find my true love. I've gone to find my true love.
Our second nominated song this evening is also from the film Cold Mountain. Please welcome once again Alison Krauss, who will be joined by 2 of tonight's nominees for music and lyrics, Elvis Costello and T-Bone Burnett. They will... They will be accompanied by Cheryl White and sacred harp singers from Cold Mountain. Ladies and gentlemen, the Oscar-nominated song Scarlet Tide.
I recall his parting words. Must I accept his fate or take myself far from this place? I thought I heard a black bell toll, a little bird did sing. Man has no choice when he wants everything. We'll rise above the scarlet tide that trickles down through the mountain and separates the widow from the bride. Man goes beyond his own decision, gets caught up in the mechanism of swindlers who act like kings and brokers who break everything. The dark of night was swiftly fading, close to the dawn of day. Why would I want him just to lose him again? We'll rise above the scarlet tide that trickles down through the mountain and separates the widow from the bride. We'll rise above the scarlet tide that trickles down through the mountain and separates the widow from the
Our third nominated song is from a film that holds a very special place in my heart, Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. The song Into the West was written by Oscar nominees Fran Walsh, Howard Shore, and Annie Lennox. Here to take us back to a magical and wondrous place, please welcome Annie Lennox.
Lay down your sweet and weary head. Night is falling. You have come to journey's end. Sleep now. Dream of the ones who came before. They are calling. distant shore. Why do you weep? What are these tears upon your face? Soon you'll see all of your fears will pass away, safe in my arms. You're only sleeping. What can you see? On the horizon, why do the white gulls call? Across the sea, a pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home, and all will turn to silver glass. A light on the water, gray ships pass into the west.
Stay tuned for Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Jim Carrey.
And the Oscar goes to Renee Zellweger in Cold Mountain.
If you and Kobe could just share the ball more and get along and stop talking to the press and just concentrate. Once Carl gets back, it's going to be okay. You'll see. Oh, hi. Just this steroid thing. You know, a lot of people want to know, what are the stars thinking when they sit here? This is such a very difficult situation for everybody, a lot of pressure. Now, I've done this show. This is my 8th time doing it. And I'm telling you, I can look into your face and I can tell you what you're thinking, right? So if you look at the screen, I'll tell you what's going through all of these stars' heads. This is a nice place. I don't think I've ever been thrown out of here. I can't believe Woody came all this way just to sit out there in my car. If people only knew what Bill Murray whispered in my ear at the end of the movie was, move to the left, you're in my light. No, your left. God, this sunburst nipple brooch is killing me. Mrs. Billy Crystal. Pushy galore. I just got it. That's vulgar. Mrs. Billy Crystal. Sir, Mrs. Billy Crystal. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Just hate me because I'm rich. You don't want to talk about rich, girlfriend. Oh, Everybody stand back. I'm going to present my little Oscar right now. Oh, to the owner of Ford Coppola, your lights are on. Don't be afraid. Oh, the great thing about Botox is if you lose tonight, you can't frown. Oh, William Morris has hired the station agent. Jack Falana, your DVDs are ready. Somewhere Sasheen Littlefeather is going, hit me, double down, hit me, double down. Will the children of Strom Thurmond please pick up a white or black courtesy phone? And that's what all of you are thinking. That's what's going through your minds. I know it as you sit there right now. Thanks for being a good sport. Hi. We'll talk after, I know. Our next presenters are Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. They're attractive, intelligent, warm, honest, in love with each other, and great parents. What a disgrace to the entire Hollywood community these two are. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
If film directors had to wait for the perfect conditions at sea, or the massing of armies of extras, or the appearance of ghost ships, films would never, ever be finished.
Instead, they turn to the special effects magicians who conjure up these perfect visions for them.
The nominees. I was like, this feels great, sweetie, I'm sorry. I'm doing it with my wife, I'm just happy. The nominees
Thank you.
tonight for achievement in visual effects are... For The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Jim Riegel, Joe Letteri, Randall William Cook, and Alex Funke. For Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, Dan Sudik, Stefan Fangmeyer, Nathan McGuinness, and Robert Stromberg. For Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, John Knoll, Hal Hickel, Charles Gibson, and Terry Frazee.
And the Oscar goes to... Babe, I'm going to let you read it.
You read it because some of the names are hard. Jim Riegel, Joe Letteri, Randall William Cook, and Alex Funke for Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
This is the third Academy Award for Jim Riegel, Randall William Cook, and Alex Funke, and the second win for Joe Letteri. They all took home the Oscar last year in this category for The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Trilogy of thank yous to the Academy, the amazingly brilliant Peter Jackson, wherever you are out there, Fran Walsh, Barry Osborne, Lauren Ritchie, my VFX crew, Dean Wright, Libby Hazel, Aaron Cohen, all the people in Weta, and Teresa, Sarah, and Jackson, my family. So,
thanks to you for being so generous to us for the last 3 years running. Thanks, Pete, and thanks to my wonderful animation team.
Yeah, thanks, everyone, for the amazing reception we've gotten to the work. Thank you, Eileen Moran, for keeping it all together. Peter and Fran for being such an inspiration. Everyone at Weta Digital for that burst of creative energy. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, Fran, Barry, Richard, my darling wife, Emmy, and my brilliant Kiwi effects team. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the host of the Academy's Scientific and Technical Awards show, Jennifer Garner.
2 weeks ago, on February 14th, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences handed out its Scientific and Technical Awards in Pasadena. I hosted the event, and what better way for a girl to spend Valentine's Day? Here's a recap of the winners.
You know, as an audio company, it's an exceptional honor to be honored for, technical achievement in the motion picture industry. That's just incredible. And I'd like to thank the Academy and everybody at DigiDesign and Avid Technology, our parent company, who've contributed so heavily to making Pro Tools what it is today.
Well, supposedly I've been given this beautiful thing for some motion control hardware and software that I've developed over the last few years. But I know fully well that if it weren't for the efforts of countless people who have staked their livelihood and their reputations on the use of my equipment, that I would never have gotten this thing. So thanks, Academy. Thanks, Awards Committee. This is one heck of a Valentine. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Academy, thank you all most sincerely. This is a great, great honor. I think all of us who are fortunate enough to stand up here this evening and on other similar nights in past years know that so much of what we do is a result of contributions from other sources. Thank you so much for this. It is truly a great award.
I want to congratulate all the award winners from that night, and especially the 3 who took home Oscars. Your skill and talent are truly amazing. Thank you.
Please welcome the star of Bruce Almighty, Jim Carrey.
Birthday num-nums. Birthday num-nums. Howdy for dinner. Howdy for dinner. Do you have a license for that minke? You cannot have a license. It's against the law to have a license without a minke. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I know that I'm the luckiest man in the world tonight because I get to pay tribute to a man who, through his creative genius, has heaped joy upon the world. Blake Edwards had a profound effect on me growing up after I saw A Shot in the Dark, which I really believe is the perfect comedy. I went through a long Cato phase. No one in my family was safe. I would attack without warning. My sister was 13 years older than me and having sex with my brother-in-law when I struck from the foot of the bed. Naked limbs flying everywhere, saliva. She felt totally violated, but it did sharpen her senses. The days of wine and roses made us cry, breakfast at Tiffany's made us fall in love, and everything else made us laugh like hell. Okay. Here?
The parallel bars, my specialty. Yes, it's all coming back now. Ah, yes, I remember. Well, that felt good.
We must. Oh, you're washed up, you're finished. I'll see to it you never make another movie again!
Did that include television?
I'm crazy about Tiffany's.
Holly, I'm in love with you.
So what?
So what? So plenty.
They are not long, the days of wine and roses.
We have more than a couple of drinks, we get drunk! We gotta face this, huh? Please.
Suddenly, there she was, and I reacted.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
11.
A woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman?
What in hell was that? B flat.
When you play me, let jazz, baby, you're holding my soul together. Don't know whether it's morning or night.
you feel about that?
Like Mrs. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the true masters, Blake Edwards. Can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening on the biggest night of his life. Idiot. Blake, can I help you out here? Come on, buddy. Here we go. Put your head down there. That's it. That's it. Come on, bud. You gotta go.
Don't touch my Oscar.
I don't want to touch your Oscar. I just want to get you to the podium, okay? Come on, bud. Now, this is why they wanted us to come in and rehearse.
Yeah, but don't touch my Oscar.
Oh, I won't. I won't touch it.
Jesus Christ.
Beautiful. Blake Edwards!
Hold it. Hold it.
What's that?
Yeah, I gotta hang on to something.
They don't let me have these, man.
I know, but just hold.
Okay.
I'll get it from you in a minute. Jesus. I don't care anymore. Wow. That felt good. I've been allowed a minute and a half of 90 seconds, my choice, to thank everyone that made it possible for me to receive this honor. When I started giving it some thought, serious thought, everyone, I mean everyone, got me here tonight. The first person that came to mind when I tried to pick them out was a little guy who worked on The Party, the film I did called The Party, and he used to come out with a shovel and scoop up the elephant poop. And as he did, he sang, "There's no business like show business." And then there was a confused Italian actor that we tried to get him to understand what this okay sign meant in our vernacular. Okay, we just said, just do that. And he always did this. And so we decided, better we conform to him than he to us. So from then on the set, I would say, get the shot, Phil. Cutting room, you drop a couple of frames just before the alligator swallows the chimp. Ralphie? You think Audrey can sing it, Henry? Point is, each and every one who has contributed to this moment, friends and foes alike, yeah, I couldn't have done it without the foes. I'm steamed and I'm going to prove you're wrong. Okay? So it's everyone, from the little guy with the shovel to the discerning folks in the Academy. My mother thanks you. My father thanks you. And the beautiful English broad with the incomparable soprano and promiscuous vocabulary. Thank you. And I sure as hell thank you.
When we come back, Bill Murray, Scarlett Johansson and Oscar winner Julia Roberts.